Everybody, it's Kristin and happy Topic Tuesday to you. First of all, very quickly before I get started, I just want to thank you all so much for your kind support on Instagram and on Twitter about the passing of my aunt. I really, really appreciate that. And to that end, there'll be, this video obviously today, and then there'll be a short break and you'll see a video from me on Saturday, but there won't be a Thursday video this week, just so that you know. So again, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. For Topic Tuesday today, we are going to talk about drugstore blushes. This is actually something that I've had that I wanted to do for a while, and I actually don't have a ton of drugstore blushes, but I was able to find within my collection 10. I didn't go out looking for 10. I just pulled the ones that I liked and ended up with 10, so that worked out well. And so I'm going to start with the blushes that are international blushes. So ones that, I've gotten from friends or whatever, but you can't, go out and purchase in the States. But those of my international viewers might appreciate seeing these. So the first one is the MUA blush in shade number 6. So it looks like that. And I'm going to give you a swatch on my hand, a finger swatch on my hand, as well as a brush swatch. I find that that is helpful, and I've gotten some good feedback on that being helpful from you guys as well. Because you don't always, obviously you're not going to apply it like that, right? Okay, so there's the finger swatch, and there's what the blush actually looks like applied on, at least my skin tone. And the brush that I'm using for all of these swatches, just so you know, is a MAC 109. This blush is very, very pretty. It has a nice sheen to it, but not overly sheen where it's not going to make your pores look like they're 10 times as big as they are. But yeah, so that's the swatch of that. I really like this blush, particularly obviously in fall and winter, because it is a little darker, but I like it a lot. The next one that I have, and this is from Alverde, and I like their packaging. This was a gift to me from Brigitte and Cornelia, and this is in number 7 Flamingo, so it's very, very bright. Looks like that. You see that it applies. So there's the finger swatch there, and there's the swatch out. This video will have lots of editing, by the way, because I'll be wiping swatches and whatnot. And then the last international bronzer that I have, I just featured this, but I do want to go, I wanted to show it again because I've fallen in love with it. And it's the Catrice limited edition Rocking Royals multicolor blush in Punk Up the Royals. If I can find anywhere that you can purchase these online in the States, I will make sure to link that below. I'm going to swirl these together on my finger. Just like that. All right, so there's the finger swatch. And there's this. And when I apply this, I generally don't use this kind of blush. I use a dual fiber. Okay, on to some other blushes. This is from Wet n Wild, and it is in Heather Silk. These actually, I like these so much I ended up giving them, like the ones that I had. A friend of mine tried them and I ended up giving them to her. So these are new ones. Newer anyway. All right, finger swatch and then brush swatch. This one is matte and just a really nice, I think you really can wear this one all year round in my opinion, and I do. So there you go. Okay then, and by the way, the Catrice and the Alverde blush, those were both matte as well. I forgot to mention that. So the next one is still Wet n Wild, and this is in Pearlescent Pink. I just think this is such a gorgeous color on anybody. I'm going to switch to the other hand for a while so that the red of me wiping it off doesn't hinder the swatches. And the Pearlescent Pink has some pearlescence to it, as the name would imply. All right, so there's finger swatch, and then there's the brush swatch. This is truly one of my favorite blushes. I don't wear it very often, and I need to. The next blush is actually a newer one to my collection, but I really like it. I've worn it quite a bit. I haven't even done a review on these yet. But this is the Essence blush, and this is the one in Adorable. And this is also a matte, and it looks lighter than it actually applies. I find it so soft. I think that's what kind of drew me to it originally. It applies a little bit chalky, a little bit, when you're doing a finger swatch. So just keep that in mind, like if you go into the store and they have a tester for you to swatch. And you can kind of see, do you see the powder that it kicked up a little bit? But when you put it on your face, I don't know, there's just something about it that I really like. I feel like this particular swatch isn't going to do it justice. There you go. So there's the swatch, and then there's the brush. You know, what I really like pairing this one with is like kind of a smoky eye. I'm fairly certain this is the blush that I wore when I did the Get Ready With Me, Mardi Gras style. And it's just a nice, give your cheeks a little bit of color without being too much color when you have something, you know, it helps to balance out your eyes without being crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. All right, the next two actually are both from Jordana, and actually are the only Jordana blushes that I have currently in my collection. I bought a whole bunch of these for a friend of mine, but I haven't gone back to get more for myself. The first one is in Rose Silk, and that is a matte as well. I have to look. I can't remember if all the Jordana blushes are matte, but the two that I have are. All right, so finger swatch and brush swatch. The other color that I have is in Coral Sandy Beach. I feel like I will get a lot of wear out of this in the summer. I purchased it, I want to say it was the fall that I purchased these. Lord knows why I got a color I'd wear in the summer and the fall, but I did. All right, so there's the finger swatch, and then there's the brush swatch. It's really pretty. Again, this is matte. Oh, I can't wait to wear this. I could have worn this today probably, but I didn't. The next one I have is L'Oreal True Match Blush in Baby Blossom. And this blush actually was sent to me by Crystal from Miss Crystal Makeup. She's talked about this one forever. And I think I mentioned this in one other video. I tried to find it and tried to find it. Anyway, every time I found it, it was like smashed up to smithereens. And so she was kind enough to send me one. And it looks like this. These really are nice blushes. They're a little pricey, but they are really very nice. By the way, I just counted my blushes again. I have 11, not 10. What do I know? So it looks like that. So there's the finger swatch, and there's the brush swatch. This one I feel like isn't going to show up quite as well, but it's really pretty. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, the next one, some of these I've talked to death, but you know, I kind of saved my favorites for last. This is the NYC. So this looks like this in the store. I should probably show you that. And then the top just pulls off. And this is the one in Rose Glow. Brought to my attention by the beautiful Natalie from Flower Bomb 31. So when you swatch it, it looks like nothing. But when you apply it, it's amazing. All right, so there's the brush swatch, and then the finger swatch, and then the brush swatch. It's just gorgeous, just gorgeous. And I just talked about this, I think in my favorites, how I like it over one of the Master Glaze cream blushes from Maybelline. So pretty. Okay, the last one, and this is number 11, but my favorite of all of my drugstore blushes, hands down. I actually have a couple backups of this now, and I was able to find the blushing one that somebody had sent me a link that it was on Amazon, so I did order that. But anyway, this is the Physicians Formula Rosy Glow. So a lot of people have purchased, there's one I think by Physicians Formula called Rose something else, but this is what it looks like. It's in this ugly packaging. Whoops. And it kind of has this speckled look to it, and it looks like nothing until you put it on. So that is what it looks like. And this is what I'm wearing today, by the way. And this is matte as well. It's funny to me that all of my blushes that I like pretty much are matte. All right, I hope that you're going to be able to see. The lighting changed a little bit, but there's the finger swatch, and then there's the brush swatch. I just love this blush. It goes with everything. Summer, fall, winter. It's just the perfect blush. And this is a better look, obviously, on the cheeks, but absolutely love it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I haven't done one of my kind of top 10 or top favorite or whatever videos in a long time. One of my favorite drugstore blushes, actually, that would have been included in this that they've taken away is the Milani in Mai Tai. I wish they would bring that back. Milani, like they watch my videos, but you know, if they did, bring it back. Okay, so if you aren't interested in seeing what's on my face, then thank you so much for watching, and truly, again, thank you so much for your support. And if you are, I will run it down quickly for you. And I apologize because you are going to see this same exact face on Saturday, but that's just the way it works out sometimes. On my face today, I have the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation because that's what the review is going to be on Saturday. And yes, a couple people asked, by the way, I am going back to finishing up my Misha Perfect cover. I just, I took a break for about a week and a half to do a review on the Revlon Color Stay. On my eyes today, I have the Maybelline Eye Studio in Natural Shock. And then I have a little, I do have a few MAC shadows because there's nothing matte in here. And on my cheeks, as I said, I have the Physicians Formula in Rosy Glow. And on my lips today, I do have the Sunstone Bronze Liner from Tarte. And on my lips today, I have the Rimmel Exaggerate in Pure. Rimmel? Felt like I said that funny. And then the NYX Butter Lipstick in Little Susie. All right. Thank you again for watching. I hope that you're having a great day and that you have a great week. And I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.